Okay, so I welcome you in the micro engineering lecture series. So this is lecture number 30. Just I will take pen. Okay, okay. This is lecture number 13 of micro engineering subject. Good morning, all of you. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, okay, we'll move. So in this lecture, we will see about avalanche transit time devices. That is nothing but avalanche transit time devices. Okay, so what exactly it means and transit time, that is nothing but the ATT devices. It is known as AT, avalanche transit time devices. Over here ATD we are saying that. Okay, I'm drawing with the mouse, so my handwriting is quite horrible. So I will come in the class. So good morning, good morning. So we'll start with the lecture. So if you are not subscribed my channel, please go through the subscription. If you are subscribing, then you will get it, the latest update of each and every video which I have uploaded in my YouTube channel over there. And if you are going through the playlist, so you can watch the entire series of micro engineering subject. So I'm making my lecture very small because I know that this is a theoretical subject, and this is the online classes. So your whatever the breakdown, I can say that word I will break down, is I will limit it to 15 minutes or 20 minutes itself. If I'm extending the lecture to 1 hour and 1.5 hours, so definitely you are not getting anything. So it is a waste of your energy as well as my energy. So don't come for just sake of attendance over here. So whatever the lecture I'm taking to 15 to 20 minutes, I'm conducting the lecture. So please concentrate on that one. 15 to 20 minutes I will take, not more than that one. 1 hour plus or minus 1 minute. Okay, typical value I'm saying. Yeah. So in this lecture, I will ask you some question, or I'm giving you something to you surprise. So I'm planning to start an YouTube channel, or I will start over here also in this channel also. So what is that channel content that I want to share to you? If you are ready, then we will start. Otherwise, it is not good for me as well as you also. So it's a GATE 2021. Now it is conducted by IIT Bombay, and for that I want to start the YouTube channel, or I will continue with this channel also. So what exactly if I started the channel, what exactly I will give to you? So first of all, I will take the lecture in which first lecture in which I will discuss about what exactly eligibilities are there. Who is eligible for this GATE exam? Okay. Then what exactly its syllabus? So we know that GATE is there. So normally GATE exam is there in the second week of February. Okay, second week of February. That is the fixed syllabus, what you can say, date structure is there, exam structure is there, notification there, whatever this the fixed one. September you will find the online notification, all that one. We can fill up the form. So what exactly is syllabus? So I have qualified this exam for 2 times. Okay, so I know that what to study and what not to study. Before studying of any exam, we must know what not to study. This thing is completely different. This gate is completely different from your normal syllabus, Mumbai University syllabus, Pune University, or whatever the syllabus are there. This is a completely different. They will not ask you to calculate the DFT, calculate the TTFT, or they will not ask you what exactly mean by pin type, p type, and n type over there. This is a silly question. They will not ask you. They will ask you some what you can say some tricky question to you. So they will test your actual talent over there. So I know that what to study and what not to study. So we'll discuss about this syllabus. So in this I will tell you what exactly what you have to study over there. Then I will discuss about the question pattern, that is the paper pattern. So how many questions are there? Like you will find 15 marks, 50 marks. General aptitude over there, general aptitude and English session is there. So you will find over there 15 mark questions are there. So near about exactly 50, 65 questions are there, which carries 100 marks. Which carries 100 marks. So 15 questions are minus. So 50 questions are remaining over there. So not 50 questions, 15 marks, but they carries 10 questions only. So 65 out of 10. So 55 questions are there. So technical 55 questions are there, out of which you will find objective questions, that is nothing but the MCQ, multiple choice questions you will find a separate category from this semester, this GATE 2021, that is nothing but the MSQ, multiple select questions. So they will give you the first option, second option, third option, and fourth option. Okay, and you have to select the this one if the answer is first one and second one, third one and fourth one also. So you have to select the both four options on there. You have to carry out like this one. This is nothing but the MSQ over here. So if you're following that one, I will give you the surety that you will 100% qualify the GATE exam. Okay, and it is obviously it is a free of cost. Okay, so we'll start with it. So I will tell you what exactly at what time we will start with this. I will come first. I will make one video depending on this eligibility, syllabus, and question paper pattern of ECE electrical. First of all, I will start with ECE. Okay, so we'll start with this diode. So this is I think the remaining topic I have left in the last lecture. That is nothing direct diode. So today's lecture's content I will uh, discuss what we have discussed: varactor diode, then ATDs, that is the avalanche transit time devices. What are the ATD devices? That is nothing but the impact, okay, trap-at and bear-it are the three devices are there in the ATDs. So we will discuss about impact, its construction, its working, its application, then trap-at, its working, its application, and bear-it. Okay, its construction and working over here. So these three topics we will cover in this today lecture, or I will cover at least two or one, whatever. So what exactly meant by varactor diode? So this diode is also called as varicap diode. Okay, varicap, because its capacitor is variable. Capacitor is variable over here, so it's called as varicap diode. So its construction is like this one. Suppose this is my heat sink. So if normally we know that if a transistor, if the current is flowing through the transistor, then it dissipate a heat. Okay, they dissipate the energy, so it is in the heat form. Okay, so normally there are again some energy is there, that is nothing but it can dissipate in the form of a light also, but here it will dissipate in the form of heat. So we have to use the heat sink over there. Okay, because we are dealing with megahertz and kilowatts over there. Okay, so megahertz normally, not kilowatts, megahertz over there. So a lot of energy is there, so it will generate and heat over there. So we are using the N plus, that is the highly doped N plus region over there, the normal P type over here, and P type, sorry, normal N type and P type, and here is the metal contact over there. So this is nothing but the general construction of varicap diode. So varactor diode, so its symbol is like this one. Sorry, a diode is there. Okay, so here is symbol is like this one, and like this one. So this is nothing but the diode and capacitor combination of this one. So it will look like this one. So what exactly happening over here is nothing but I will explain over here with the help of this one. This is quite similar with your pin range P and but its application is different. So we know that suppose this is nothing but my P N junction. Suppose this is my P and this is my N. Okay, I will rub this portion again. Therefore, that will be. I will manage with this. Okay. Suppose this is my PN junction over there. And if I am applying a reverse bias potential across this one, if I am applying reverse bias potential across this one, then the depletion region is caused to be increasing. Depletion region caused to be increased means the whatever the majority charge carriers are, they are going away, and you will find a depletion region. So there are minority charge carriers are there. Okay, there are minority charge carriers. So this will act as a capacitor over there, because this is one conductor over here and second conductor over here, that is P or N. Okay, P also contains a less mobile electron, because we know that holes are there that are nothing but less mobile electrons. Okay, less mobile electrons are there. So this will cause plates over there, and whatever the depletion region, that is nothing but my insulating material over there. If I am applying more and more voltage, so its space will be increasing. Okay, space will be increasing over there. So if my space will be increasing, then what will happen? Operating frequency will be decreasing, because we know that f is equal to 1 by 2 pi fc. Okay, so frequency and capacitance is 1 divided by 2 pi fc. You know, 2 pi fc is there. So frequency and capacitors are inversely proportional, but if what you can say, the capacitor C is directly proportional to A by D. Okay, so that is nothing but if you are increasing the distance, so capacitor will be what you can say, decreasing. If you are increasing the distance, then capacitor will be decreasing, and the frequency is also inversely proportional to capacitor. That is nothing but the distance and frequency directly proportional. So if you are increasing the distance, then operating frequency will be increasing. And how we are operating? With the help of this voltage across this one. So if you are increasing the voltage, then gap in the depletion region will be increasing, and if your depletion region will be increasing, then what will happen? It will increase the operating frequency also. So, okay, so this is the working of what you can say, varactor diode itself. So I will start with the avalanche transit time diode devices. So what exactly meant by avalanche over there? So we know that, you know, the avalanche, it is nothing but the peak. Okay, this is the avalanche over there. And the transit time, so transit time is nothing but, suppose these are the two plates are there, or this is the, and I have placed one electron over here. Okay, so the time, so the electron will reach at this point. So the time taken by the electron to reach at this point is called as transit time. Okay, transit time over there. This is nothing but the transit time. Okay, just a minute, I will drop the portion. Yeah, so avalanche transit time devices, what exactly mean by this one? So the process of having delay between voltage and current in avalanche together with the transit time through the material is said to be negative resistance. Through the material is called as negative resistance over there. So this device helps to make the diode exhibit the properties called as avalanche. So whatever the property of negative resistance is there, we have seen that property in the previous diodes also. So this negative gun diode and all that, we have seen the negative resistance property over there. What will happen in this negative resistance property? So we have discussed with this phenomena. So we are having a conduction band, valence band first, valence band, conduction band, and here one more region over there, that is nothing but one energy level is there. So if you are giving more and more energy to this one, the conduction, whatever the electrons in the conduction band, this will go to the third layer, in this layer, in this energy band, and due to what they are getting less mobile, though you are getting the negative resistance power. So whatever this effect is called as what? Avalanche effect over there. The maximum current cause to flow after that, it will form the negative resistance, and after that maximum current cause to flow. So that is nothing but the transit time, avalanche transit time. So examples of that is nothing but the impact, trap it and bury it over there. So we'll discuss about this impact diode. So what exactly mean by impact diode? So we know that normally it is nothing but the impact ionization avalanche transit time diode. So just a minute, ionization. I will discuss about this first. So what exactly mean by ionization, that we will see first. Then we will discuss about. Just a minute, I will take a pen again. Sorry. Yeah. So what exactly mean by ionization, that we will discuss. So in case of any semiconductor material, if you are adding if you are adding if you are adding what, I will discuss generalized thing. Suppose this is silicon. This is silicon. Okay, Si only. So this silicon will form and pair with a neighboring silicon atom. Okay, so there are two electrons are there. And if they are getting an energy, sufficient energy, the junction will, this bond, covalent bond will break, and here one electron will get released. They will get to conduction. Electron will release. And here the form and space over there. Space is called as hole. We know that. Okay. So here one electron is get free, and you will find an hole over there. So no potential across this one, means it is neither positive, electrically positive or electrically negative over there. But if you are adding instead of this, we are adding antimony. Okay. Okay, yeah, atom over there. Then we know that antimony is having 5 valence electrons, so last electron is over there. So if that electron will go to the conduction band, then this process is called as ionization, because it will not give any holes to that one. Okay, if that electron is get free, so no hole is generated. But in the first case, if electron is generated, here you will find an hole over there. Okay, so this is nothing but the ionization process, over there. Okay, so what we are doing in this one, so if you are giving the maximum reverse bias voltage, also now in the diagram I have shown you that n plus that is nothing but the maximum, that is nothing but the heavily doped n plus drift region over there. Okay, drifting is nothing but what, forcefully, if you are doing the things, you are giving the forcefully voltage over there, so drift will happen of electrons. So just a minute, I will take pen again here. So in the n plus region, what will happen in the n plus region, if you are giving the reverse bias voltage, this, imagine the voltage 400 kilovolt per centimeter only. This is a very huge voltage we are giving. Okay, okay, this is here heavy voltage you are giving. So this is anode I am giving the negative voltage, so this is obviously in the reverse bias, so what will happen in this case, so this is nothing but the p plus p plus region and n plus region over there. So if you are giving the anode, this is the negative voltage over, so what will happen in this case here, in this case n plus, you know that n plus is having maximum electrons over there. Okay, and if I are giving the positive potential over there, then the whatever the electrons are there, they are getting attracted over there. Okay, they are getting attracted over there, and the holes are there, they are traveling to this side, traveling. But the current, actual current, flows from positive to negative over there. Okay, so electron will go in opposite of current, but holes are traveling toward the same direction with the current. Okay, same direction with the current. Due to this, what will happen, if you are giving the negative, then the minority charge carriers are going to be gathered over there. Okay, minority charges are going to be gathered over here, and due to which they will get certain majority carriers over there. Okay, at the peak point, and after that, the peak point meant that is nothing but the very huge amount of current caused to flow from this one. Okay, due to breakdown of this, and we are applying near about 400 volt across this one. Okay, so This is the construction of this one, in which we are giving the p plus region, then n plus region, n and p plus region over there. Okay, that is nothing but the very highly doped p plus region and very highly n doped region. In between that we are using normal p type over there. Okay, so this is nothing but the uh, impaired diode. So this impaired diode is used as oscillator and amplifier, both we are using over there. Okay, both we are using. So i'm I'm explaining this thing very not in detail to you. Why? Because its mathematical proof and all is not required to you. Just how it working, and its application is sufficient for you. That's why I'm not giving you the detailed information of this one. Okay, because if you are finding on internet, you will get a lot of things over there. But there are unnecessary things that are giving to you, and whatever I'm discussing is sufficient for your examination point of view. Okay, so its applications are there. You can use the microwave oscillator, you can use the microwave generator, then modulated output oscillator you can use. Then it is used in the receiver local oscillator, the negative resistor amplifier, institution alarm network, then police radar, then low power micro transmitter, FM telecom transmitter, and continuous wave Doppler radar system you can use over there. Okay, these are the different kind of applications of impact diode over there. So I think we have to stop over here. So depending where I'm at what time and all, I will tell to you. But if you are interested, then I can start with this. Okay, then otherwise, if you are not watching this thing, then it is useless for me. It is wastage of your time and my time. Okay, if you are interested in the YouTube channel, but if I started, then I will give you the assurance that I will give you the 100% you can crack the exam. Okay, and obviously it is a free of cost. Just follow my whatever the tricks and all, and whatever the syllabus I'm telling to you. Definitely you can crack this exam. Okay, so thank you very much for attending this lecture. Thank you.